Hey guys, my name is Chancy. This is gonna be my first video. I know it's gonna be awful, but first video's gotta start somewhere. I just take the time before I start on my E39 DISA valve rebuild. Um, I've been tinkering with cars for ever since I had a Jeep in high school. I'm in college now. But now I've followed that rabbit hole of having two project cars. One's driving, which is by project and daily, which is my 2003 BMW 530i. It's a sedan. It's a rebuilt title, like 240,000 miles on it. Currently, I just did an oil change and then um, doing this. I may have lifter tick, but I'm not gonna worry about that at the moment because I'm gonna let the oil. I didn't change the oil for a long time. But get back to that in a second. Again, I started tinkering with cars. I've loved it ever since, even though it is a real pain in the butt. But I found out it's what I love doing, and I want to make a career out of it, whether it's YouTube, social media, or if I'm running, I eventually want to run my own performance shop with some of my buddies from back home. But yeah, let me get to showing you guys the cars. All right, guys, I'm really sorry for the mess, but again, this is my 2003 BMW 530i. I've had it for a little over a year. It's been on the road since I want to say around April 2024, but it has its ups and downs for being an old car with 240,000 miles on it. I mean, it's pretty chill. I did some tint. I'm still finishing the interior, and then once I get some more funds to play with, this I'm gonna try and clean her up and possibly change the look of it, make it black, wide body, wheels maybe. Enough about that one. I want to talk about this. This is a 1984 Bronco 2 that I've had for maybe 2.5 months now. This came from Florida. It's been sitting for 20 years, and I think it had less than 100,000 miles on it, is what that odometer said. But right now, this is being completely gutted. I do have some plans to make it a beast. Got some funds to play with for this specifically, and I'll get more to that in the next video where I go over this, possibly taking the engine and trans out in the next video, cleaning out the inside, even though it's got basically all the interior removed except the shifter, some air ducts, and the ignition on the steering wheel column. But other than that, it's pretty gutted. Just got some random stuff laying in here. This one did come with a 2.8 liter carbureted V6, the German motor, and my plan is to swap it out with some kind of Gen 2 or 3 Coyote. Um, Hopefully doing a solo motorsport suspension on that, but currently busy right now with school and extracurriculars. Unfortunately, I don't have too much time to do this, but I'm going to try and get on it every little chance I get. The biggest issue with this is not even the frame. Apparently, the Florida grass kept that frame pretty well maintained for some reason. I don't know why. But the thing is, the top end, it has, I don't know if y'all can see this from where I'm standing because of this flag for my roommate, but it's got a hole in this top piece right here. And unfortunately, like the inside of all these panels are very rusted. Um, so I'm gonna eventually have to take the body apart. I use my endoscope to get down in there, um, but I may have to do it again just to get some more pictures of it. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much what I've been doing for the past few months. You know, I did control arms, tie rod end links, tires, sway bar end links, front and rear on it. I want to say, I did some taillights. blacked out taillights, but the bulbs aren't red anymore. So either I'm fixing that, putting the old ones in. I did new headlight lenses, which I want to get new headlights in general because the butyl wouldn't melt in the oven, which is the adhesive that holds lenses to the headlight or taillight housing. They use them on both. But I couldn't get the butyl off, so I'd use a heat gun, a X-Acto knife, a pry, or like a screwdriver or something. And it kind of messed up these clips, and these lights have little adjusters, little plastic gears, and it broke, and I believe it was driver's side headlight. Other than that, I like new alternator, new valve cover gasket, new intake manifold gasket, spark plug. Surprisingly, I haven't had to do coils yet. I don't want to jinx myself. I think that's really it. I hardwired a radar in, put Apple CarPlay, which wish I had documented, but it was a process to get it on the road, at least the way I wanted it to be on the road. I was not driving around with a tan interior. But let me get back to this DISA rebuild kit. All right, so this DISA valve, it seems to be working properly and all that, but at some point you got to replace them. It's a 20-plus-year-old car, so there's a few things that have been replaced on it, but specifically this is causing a vacuum leak after me and one of my buddies smoke tested it. This, I'll show y'all close up, but this orange gasket is molded into this, and you can see it. It's torn right here, and that's exactly where it's leaking from. And even the smallest vacuum leaks will be not necessarily noticeable, but you'll be able to see them. This is the first time I've had to rebuild one of these, so I have to watch a little video. But I do have like a little tray of upgraded parts right here. Some grease for those said parts. This flap changing from aluminum to plastic, longer rod for it, a new tensioner. But other than that, I don't want to turn the volume up. But this will just help the overall performance of the car. Because this thing had a ton of vacuum leaks beforehand. But the only thing I don't have for this is Loctite, and if it messes up after I rebuild it, then I'll get some Loctite for it. But I really don't want to break anything on this. And I don't have. Oh, it's just coming out. Okay. Huh. Huh. Can't get this retaining clip off. Unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Let's see if this will help. This retaining pin is a little different than this guy's, so it does not want to come off at all. I'm gonna try and get pliers in there to get it. But I mean, I've been amazed with cars ever since I started working on them. I've always been a mechanically inclined person, just taking everything apart as a child, and seeing either A, just how it worked or having to fix it. Doing it'll work on my mom's car, which was my first car. It was a 2013 Dodge Journey. I didn't get a new retaining pin either. That's no bueno. That's not good. Where'd that bag go? Hmm. Nope, no retaining pin, surprisingly. But let me get this off and I'll come back to the video. I'm gonna be able to just pull this out. There we go. Alright. Painting pin's out. This piece is out. Let's see, this should... Oh, that's cracked as well. How did he get that out? I wonder if somebody did rebuild this. Cannot get this pin out. I don't have anything to poke in there to push it out, I don't think. Nope, I'm gonna figure it out. Alright. Let's see. Understand it now. I don't understand it. Let's see. Let's get something in here that's a little small. If I but back to talk a little more. I've been very quiet. There's a lot of different oh, there we go. Pins out. Again, there's a lot of different reasons I got into this. I never really had anything to make content on, which was weird because I started doing a lot of stuff with my buddies back at home. And I never really, we never really did. Let me find my stuff real quick. Never really did any content stuff. Of course we take pictures of us going out of our cars and stuff, and I had a shitty Jeep that I ended up backing into a tree the first week I had it. I was used to have I was 16 at the time. I was used to having a backup camera, and I just backing out of a driveway, pick up somebody, go get food, and did not see the tree. Smashed in the rear left, smashed my tail light, and my is he using super glue or lube? face of the bell crank. Then you slide it in. Make sure that's all lubed up. Yeah, so I spent months trying to like repair it, take out the dent repair tools, but it was crumpled in, and I never. That was after I sold it is when I figured out like you can take apart the body panels at home and weld them back on, which I had a little wire fed welder that I never used unless it was making exhaust for said Jeep, because I was like 16, 17 years old, and I had a welder and an angle grinder. So I was like, you know what? I'll just, I'll just do it for fun. You need to put that retaining pin on. Anyway, yeah, this is where I need thread locker, but I don't have any, so I'm not gonna use it. You know what? I did that entirely wrong. All right. So back to my story. Forgot what story it was. Which oh, there we go. Oh well, you know what? That would have been a lot easier. There we go. Okay. See how he puts this screw in. I think it goes in this way. I'm not mistaken. This way. Definitely doesn't go in that way. Okay. So that goes in there. And it's all tightened down. So now I just need, let's see. I don't think any of those are going to work. Let's see. So I'm going to push that, bring that screw back out so I can see what size. It's this one. Alright, I gotta go find my screwdriver. Yeah, I will be right back. Alright, got my screwdriver. And he said, unscrew this and put the crush washer on. I don't know how tight I'm supposed to do this either, which kind of sucks. Oh. Shit. Well, I fucked that up, so now I have to super glue that. Oh, fuck. If I super glue it, it'll be alright. Let me do that real quick. Sorry for the really bad audio quality in that video, and sorry for rambling so long about random crap. But I did have to end up going to the junkyard, get a different DISA valve, rebuild that one with parts from the old one, and modify it slightly. But other than that, it seems like it works. But yeah, if you watched the video, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna try to put more content out soon. You know, get a better microphone, maybe even just a regular camera. But thank you guys.